Good morning everybody and welcome to Seoul in South Korea. This is my first day out exploring today, so I'm not sure what's going to be in store. There's a few things that I've pinned on my map. The first of them is a palace. I'm not going to embarrass myself by trying to pronounce the name of the palace just yet. We might try that later on in the video. But I'm heading to the subway now, try and figure that out and get to the palace. Then after the palace there's I think a village nearby. I'm not sure where I'm going. We'll walk up here. There's a village close by to the palace, like an old traditional Korean style village, so we'll go see what that's all about. I think there's a market nearby that we'll check out, and yeah, we'll just see what happens during the day. I'm not sure what to expect, to be honest. So far this neighbourhood where I'm staying, where my hostel is beautiful. It's really like trendy and lively. There's a university here, so I think that's probably why it's like that. But it's all comes alive at night. Lots of hustle and bustle. Okay, the zebra crossing must just be for decoration. Yeah, it gets at night. There's so many places to eat. There's bars, cafes, restaurants. Yeah, it's really cool. Lots of random things going on. People like singing in the street and things. So yeah, it should be a good time here in Seoul, South Korea.
Thank you.
Okay, I have the ticket. Well, that machine was incredibly slow. Like, I'd press something, maybe 30 seconds later it would actually do what it was supposed to be doing. Well, ticket secured anyway. Now I need to work out what line I'm on. Okay, I need the airport railroad and get off at Gyeongbokgung. And that's what that says. So down here we go. But I think so. I arrived in Seoul and took the train to the airport line to my hostel, and there's two different trains. There's the express and the normal. The express doesn't stop anywhere, so I need to make sure I don't get that on that one now, because I'll not be able to get off until it gets to the airport, which would be a massive error. Okay, there's literally nobody down here. I think I just missed one. Okay, at least that gives me time to figure out what's going on and make sure I get on the right train.
Please redeem.
Okay, so the card required a deposit, and I think I can put it in this machine. That's what that would suggest, and get some money back. Okay, the card's gone in. We have a winner. 501. Okay, right, I need to exit 2, and then we're going to the palace. Okay, so I've walked about 10 minutes from the subway station. Something tells me that might be the palace. I'm not sure if that is the main entrance. There seems to be people walking that way, so we'll give it a go. Don't know if I have to pay. I assume I'm going to have to pay an entrance fee of some sort. I don't know what's going on here. There's all these tents set up. There's a big police bus there. Must be something going on, setting up some kind of event, I think. What event exactly? I have no idea. I need to get across this road and explore the palace. I think it's called... No, I'm not going to do it. Not going to try.
삼가주시기 바랍니다. 여러분의 협조 부탁드립니다.
Dear visitors, when you take pictures with the gate guards, please be careful not to touch them and their belongings.
There's all people dressed up in fancy dresses. Not fancy dress, like they're not dressed as like cartoon characters. They're dressed in fancy like traditional Korean clothing. Exit. That sign said exit, but I've entered. Oh, they're real people. They look like fake people. They look really cool though. But I don't know. Wow, it's bright. I must need a ticket from over here. Card, cash, okay.
Hello.
Hello. Can I have one ticket, please?
3,000 please.
Did that work?
Yes, that's the one. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. Have a nice day. Ticket secured, 3,001. And now inside we go. Thank you. Okay, so I think what's going on is all these people dressed in the traditional clothes. I think they must be called a hanbok, and if you're wearing those you can enter here for free, but I'm sure it's going to cost a hell of a lot more than 3,001 to hire the clothes. They do look really good though. If you was here in a group it would be really good fun, I guess, to all get dressed up and come and explore the palace in the traditional clothing. But I'm on my own and I'm boring, so t-shirts and shorts it is. Oh wow, look at this. Well, that is one impressive palace. But there's also lots of people here. Everybody trying to get photos with it. Obviously, I mean, I've just done the same thing, but it's quite congested back over there with everyone trying to get that in the background. So we'll get away from the people. I think there's quite a lot to see here. I think the grounds of the palace, I guess they would be called, are quite large. So we'll have a little explore. And there's a kind of a tall something over that way, like a big tall structure. So we'll go check that out. But everyone's getting the photo shoots in. We're on tripods here. They're not afraid to get some content here in Seoul, South Korea. Right, we can go this way. I usually stand out like a sore thumb in places like this, like filming myself. I feel a bit stupid doing it most of the time, but not here. Everybody's filming themselves. Maybe not talking to a camera, that's still maybe just me being an idiot, but yeah, everybody's trying to get the shot, setting tripods up and things. And look at that one. Look at that. That's impressive. It's maybe not showing up on this camera very well, but it's a big, tall building. I don't think we can get to it. There are some steps leading up to it, but I've seen nobody going up or down. We'll carry on exploring. It's really cool here. Such a good vibe. I think the dressing up thing should be compulsory. It'd be really good if everybody was dressed in the traditional clothes. That might be a bit of a organisational nightmare, having that many outfits and things, and having to charge people a lot more. But it would make it really good here. Okay, so that's the Gyeongbokgung Palace done. Hopefully I'm saying that right, I've been practicing. It's really good. I've been here a while, well over an hour I think, maybe an hour and a half. So now I think I'm going to head to, there's a village, I think like an old traditional village. So yeah, I don't know any more than that. So I'm going to look at directions and head there now. We'll see what it's all about. And then we're heading to some canal or something in the middle of the city that's apparently really nice to walk down, and I don't know if there's other things there. Again, we'll find out when we get there. As you can tell, when I travel to places I generally don't know too much about them. I like to kind of discover it as I go along. So let's get on with this. So the next stop is called Bukchon Hanok Village, I think, and it's like a 14-minute walk, so we'll be there in no time, or we'll be there in 14 minutes. Okay, I'm not sure exactly what it is I'm supposed to be seeing while I'm here.
我照相特别快，你看大长腿，照得挺长吧？
So it's basically just a series of small, narrow streets. A little bit of older architecture here. Fairly quiet area compared to like the main roads of Seoul, which are only like 5 minutes away. It's quite pleasant to just walk around, but I don't think there's anything like in particular that I'm supposed to be seeing, or like any sort of highlight. People are just wandering around these small narrow streets. There's a lot of people still wearing the traditional clothes as well, which again is nice to see. So you see one of the old traditional buildings behind me there. There's quite a lot of them. Obviously it's an old traditional village. So that was a nice little area to wander around for 15-20 minutes. It's right next to the palace anyway, so if you're coming to the palace you may as well come here, have a wander around. Nice place to stop for a bit of lunch or stop for a drink, a coffee or something. But now I'm heading to Insadong Cultural Street that I've just happened to find on the map. Don't know what to expect once again, I've literally just found it. Again, it's about a 20-minute walk I think, and yeah, we'll see what's up when we get there. And straight after walking out of one of the little quiet side streets, we're out into the open, back into the big hustle and bustle of the main city of Seoul. It's quite the contrast. It's the same with the palace as well. You've got the beams. Hang on. Ambulance going past. When you're at the palace, you can obviously see the palace and its grounds and things, and in the background you see massive skyscrapers. So it's nice to see the contrast, and it's nice to see that still exists in the city. The city's been built, the skyscrapers and things been built around that palace. So this appears to be Insadong Cultural Street. So basically a pedestrianised zone. I think I've come out on the middle of it. It seems to carry on way up that way and also in this direction. Quite a good atmosphere. Lots of people milling about. Lots of shops and random things, as seems to be the norm here in South Korea. I'm just going to have a wander up and down, see if there's anything interesting. Okay, what do we have here? Egg bread. Let's have a look. Hello. Hello. Egg bread? Original cheese bacon. Okay, we can have original cheese or bacon. Oh, this is the bacon? Okay, can I? Bacon. Yeah, one bacon, please. Oh, thank you. Okay, we've got a little cup of bacon egg bread. Cash 2,500. Thank you. Okay, so bacon and cheese egg bread here in Seoul, South Korea. Have a look at that. Bon appetit. It's a little dry and flaggy. I don't think it's my favourite thing of eating, but it's definitely not my favourite thing of eating. A weird taste to it, I don't know what it is. So quite a thick bread, thick piece of egg and the bacon and cheese on top. There's definitely a taste in there that I'm not a fan of. I can't work out what it is though. Okay, just a 3 out of 7 for the bacon cheese egg bread. Okay, let's carry on exploring. And now I'm going to check out Cheonggyecheon stream. Probably not said like that, but it's a stream that runs through the city, quite long apparently. Again, I know nothing else about it, so we're just going to go find out. And then after that, we're heading to the Seoul Tower to get some incredible panoramic views of Seoul, South Korea. So let's go. Look at this here. How random. Just at the side of the road. Well, straight off the main road on this side street. It's like claw games. In fact, there's a whole thing here. So a whole shop dedicated to claw machines. It's obviously really interesting and exciting and entertaining because the man is asleep. But yeah, you see these everywhere in Seoul. A bit bizarre. I don't really see anybody using them though, but they are everywhere. Oh, there's the main entrance though. Oh, there's one guy in there playing them. So this is Cheonggyecheon stream. I'm definitely not pronouncing that right, but it's the best I've got. There's not really a lot to show you really down here. There's just this really nice beautiful little stream that runs through the middle of the city. I don't know how long it is, fairly long I think, so I come from way down there and it seems to carry on way down that way as well. It's just a nice, like, easy, good way to escape the hustle and bustle of Seoul and come down, get a bit of peace and quiet. The water running. There's been a few ducks. Yeah, it's just nice and chill. A few people wandering up and down. But now I'm going to try and make my way to the Seoul Tower. So I've taken the subway as far as I can, and then I was going to try and figure out the bus, but then I found out there's a cable car that goes to the Seoul Tower. I'm just making my way up these steps now to get to the start of it. I could have taken this funicular thing, but I opted for the stairs. Not quite sure why. I mean, it's not very far. It's taken me a couple of minutes, so. Okay, the Namsan cable car, and then the tower up there. So the ticket was 26. So the ticket was 26,000. That's on top of the 15,000 for the round trip on the cable car. Hello.
Can I get your ticket?
You can.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we've made it to the top of the Seoul Tower here in Seoul, Korea. My God, the city is massive. They look like white, all look like white buildings, are probably not all white. My God, they just go forever and ever. Wow, this is an impressive view. Unbelievable. I'll try and show you some shots on my phone. I don't know how well they'll come out, obviously from looking through windows. Okay, so this view is seriously impressive. I've seen a lot of views from like observation decks and things in different cities. This is spectacular. Really, really good. But for full transparency, I was getting pretty stressed out with getting up here. It was just like long queues. Well, the queue for the cable car anyway. It wasn't really a queue to get in here, but the queue for the cable car was stressing me out. Loads of people, and it just seemed to take forever. But like I said, it's worth it. So that's nearly a full day done in Seoul, South Korea. Next up is a night market for dinner. But unfortunately, you're going to have to wait for that in the next video. So, see ya.